Well, believe it or not, there is an Italian cannibal movie that utilised all of the same locations, all of the same sets, and even several of the same actors from Lucio Fulci's Zombi. So does all of that make Zombie Holocaust, also known as Dr. Butcher M.D, a similar classic to the Lucio Fulci Zombie movie? Well, for me at least, that's a bit like asking if you gave me Anthony Bourdain's cookbook, a bunch of exotic locations, and the freshest of ingredients. Would I be able to give you Parts Unknown or No Reservations or any of those other hit Anthony Bourdain programs? So I think you get my gist. But anyway, Zombie Holocaust, aka Dr. Butcher M.D, does use the same sets, same actors, same locations. It was even shot at the same time as Zombie, but that's about where the similarity ends with the Lucio Fulci movie. So the plot's quite simple, yet it's quite convoluted at the same time. And it begins in New York City with a grave robber plundering hands, hearts and brains and minds, presumably, from the city morgue. And then we have a expedition led by Ian McCulloch from Zombi, heading off to the islands and jungles of the East Indies. So it's here that they discover not only cannibals, but an army of zombies, or I guess more accurately, an enthusiastic gang or pack of zombies, led by the nefarious and clinically insane Dr. Obrero. So Dr. Obrero is actually the Dr. Butcher MD of the title, and MD stands for Medical Deviant, of course. And he looks like Harvey Keitel. He's played by Donald O'Brien from 2020 Texas Gladiators and Lucio Fulci's The New Gladiators. And Dr. Obrero's assistant is played by the guy who played Lucas in Zombi. So played another assistant to another doctor. This one's directed by Marino Girolami, who's the father of the legendary Enzo Castellari, director of 1990 The Bronx Warriors. And from all of this, I bet you're thinking that Cannibal Holocaust, aka Dr. Butcher MD, sounds a lot better than it is. But unfortunately, it isn't the greatest zombie movie ever made, the greatest cannibal movie ever made, or even the greatest mad scientist movie ever made. It doesn't really do any of these things particularly well or particularly memorably, and it sort of seems like a bit of a last-ditch effect to ride on the coattails not only of Lucio Fulci's Zombi, but also of Ruggero Deodato's Cannibal Holocaust. But that said, there are a few reasons to check this movie out, a few important reasons to check this movie out, especially if you are a fan of Lucio Fulci's Zombi, aka Zombie Flesh Eaters. As I said, it does utilise many of the same locations, it utilises many of the same actors as Lucio Fulci's Zombi, and it even utilises some of the same sets, most notably the hospital set from Lucio Fulci's Zombi. So it will give you a strong sense of deja vu for those of you who've seen Zombi, or aka Zombie Flesh Eaters, hordes of times, if you'll pardon the zombie pun, and you haven't seen Dr. Butcher MD, aka Zombie Holocaust yet. You will be feeling quite a few different senses of deja vu at various stages of this movie. Not least of which is the assistant to Dr. Obrero, the titular Dr. Butcher MD of the title. So, yeah, he's the same guy that played the assistant of the doctor out of Dr. Maynard, I believe his name was, out of Lucio Fulci's Zombi. So you will get quite a sense of deja vu while watching this movie. So quite a little oddity of a film. It is mostly a cannibal movie. The zombies seem to be a bit of an afterthought for some reason. They're really just there, I guess, to cash in on the notoriety and the commercial success of Lucio Fulci's Zombi, I guess you'd say. In a sense, it wouldn't surprise me if this one started out purely as a cannibal movie, and while they were shooting, they decided to do a few quick rewrites, probably on beer coasters, and add those zombie elements to it, because they do feel quite shoehorned into a conventional cannibal or mad scientist movie. So yeah, quite a odd little curiosity of the Italian cannibal or Italian zombie movement, and it does have those DNA connections to Lucio Fulci's Zombi, those sinewy connections to arguably the greatest Italian zombie film of all time. But much like genetics, sometimes genetics work out and talent goes down through the generations. But sadly, in this case, the talent of all involved with Lucio Fulci's Zombie didn't really seep into the ether of Dr. Butcher M.D, aka Cannibal Holocaust. So it is a movie that swings for the fences and kind of strikes out a bit, but it's quite interesting nonetheless due to those zombie connections with the locations, the locations and the sets, and even the cast members that are in both Dr. Butcher M.D, aka Zombie Holocaust, and Lucio Fulci's Zombie. So that's the main audience for this film, I believe, is Lucio Fulci completists that would like to see these locations, these sets from a few different angles. And it is an oddity of the cannibal and zombie cycle of the late 70s and early 80s purely for that reason. So I hope you've enjoyed this look at Marino Girolami's Zombie Holocaust, aka Dr. Butcher M.D. I kind of prefer the Dr. Butcher M.D. title myself, but to each his own. It's more catchy and more hilarious, and it is hilarious that the MD does stand for medical deviant, because that's certainly quite appropriate when you see Dr. Obrero, aka Donald O'Brien, the Harvey Keitel lookalike Donald O'Brien, chewing up the scenery at every opportunity as the titular Dr. Butcher M.D. So I hope you've enjoyed this look at Zombie Holocaust, aka Dr. Butcher M.D, and its links to Lucio Fulci's Zombie. And I hope you're enjoying the channel. If you are enjoying the channel, we usually discuss weird and wonderful cinema and other aspects of forgotten underground culture that people may have overlooked or missed or forgotten about for a while. So we keep things a little bit fresh here. And I try and upload at least once a week, twice a week if I'm feeling ultra motivated and have the time, but at least once a week. So if you did enjoy this video, by all means, please like, share and subscribe, and I hope to see you next time. Take it easy.